Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. And Darumi is now eating quite a bit because of the monster that I guess is inside of her, the Retsnom that is inside her now. This stuff with Darumi is pretty crazy, but it's not the only thing I've got to worry about. The enemy is probably going to attack again soon. I need to be prepared for that when it happens. Are we doing free time? Fair enough. We'll do some free time. And honestly, not a problem with that because now we get to max rank a few characters possibly. Ima and Nozomi, specifically, two characters that I definitely wouldn't mind getting to the max rank with them now. And it's good that we're like back talking to Nozomi, but we'll know now if we are able to do this. I actually might save as well just to be sure. We'll save the game. And let's go. She likes the flower box, so let's get her a flower box. Yeah, with this so far, like I know like I just started off in free time already. With the Retsnom route, like it's just the only thing that's like that is about it. It's been beautiful in terms of like the relationship with the Ruby. It's been absolutely horrific in terms of like the endings that we've gotten so far. I mean horrific in terms of like scary, right? It's been terrifying, and harrowing and upsetting. The start was also upsetting. The middle part was beautiful with the Rumi, and then it got really terrifying, and now it's really nerve-wracking. Like, this is a crazy route for that sense. And the fact that this is one of the route that's the easiest to get onto, and it's the hardest to get off, because even like the choice we made there before about reviving Retsnom the way it is, no matter what, that ends in two endings. So really, it sets you on the path. If you want to get a bigger story out of this, obviously you have to do the other route, which is let someone else absorb the Retsnom. It's crazy this is one of the easiest routes to get onto, and I think one of the routes most people probably would get onto as well. I wish there was like a statistic or something out there, like percentages.
Wow! I can have this? Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
No problem whatsoever. You deserve it so much. Honestly, I've run out of like things to say about that whole like, hey, I got this from this and that. I guess I could just say to Zobi, forever and ever, you deserve this so much. And the alien force that I defeated to get this, they weren't too happy. Oh wow, just like that.
I basically lived and breathed experiments and training when I was little.
Right.
They told me the project would save all of mankind, so I got totally engrossed in it.
And we know that was a big part of her personality as well, right?
It wasn't easy, but I endured everything, believing I was doing it for a greater cause.
Right. And that belief in her mother probably as well.
Who could have guessed it was all to train and prepare me to fight in a war?
Yeah. Like if you think of it that way, the thing that she was like so obsessed with, like because of her mother, because of like this thing she got engrossed in, like it was actually, yeah, like as she says, it was all to come here to Futurum. Again, I know they don't know it's Futurum right now. They just think of it as a war with invaders, right? But yeah, it's crazy.
I snuck in on an impulse, but I'm glad I did now.
Yeah?
I don't want everything I've done so far to be meaningless.
Your life will never be meaningless, Nozomi, right? It will never be meaningless, right? I just wanted, the only reason I like winced there for a second because I was like, oh, I know the true meaning behind this war, quote unquote, you know?
And I can't let you guys fight on your own when you were kept in the dark for so long. Fighting scares me, but I know I didn't make the wrong choice by going into that capsule. When I saw you guys there, I just knew I had to go with you.
That determination she has as well.
In the end, I'm just so glad I was able to get to know all of you. Let's stay friends after the war, okay?
100%. I mean, Nozomi like is a character I care about so dearly. Like, that idea of the date
But
after
first,
everything was so exciting to me as well.
We have to win. I'm not worried. I have faith we can do it together.
Oh my god, we don't. It's like, again, here's the thing. I'm gonna have to blank that out of my mind for a second, but it's hard to. It's like we have to win. That means beating Futurum, but also at the same time too, it's like I adore Nozomi, and I remember like before when we promised that date, and the reason why that was so exciting because it's like, man, they get to have like this time together, and they're planning this time together. I was so excited, so happy. So I still have faith in the idea of Takumi and Nozomi. It's just all these endings are gonna be bittersweet now after the second scenario. They all will be.
Make it happen.
We'll make something happen at least. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be bittersweet now. It always will be. more free time. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not, I hope it doesn't make me sound like I'm like, I don't care about these characters, because that's, you guys know that can be further from the truth. It's more just a case of like, now whenever we're talking to him, like, say like when a character says to us, well, that's a good example, like, hey, like, we'll fight in this war, right? In the back of my mind, I'm always going to have like, oh no, this is a unjust invasion, right? But that doesn't change the fact either as well. I can be like, okay, yeah, but the meaning behind her words are very meaningful to her right now and meaningful to me, and we adore her and she adores us. So we take it as that, right? We take it as that. So then Ima likes the Kako standee, so we'll give this to him as well. He's gonna be like, for me? Yeah. Is this bond rank up fully, or maybe not? We'll see.
Wow, for me? Yes, thank you.
I miss that every time we don't hear it. It's so adorable as well. But yeah, I got this standee from this shop downtown. They said they're not selling it anymore because it actually someone bought scalped them or whatever. You know, they scalped them. They bought 2,000 of them. And so then I went to the person who scalped it and I was like, listen, dude, come on. Dude, you can't do this. This is you're going to inflate, you're going to make the market so bad. You make collecting not fun anymore. What are you doing? And he said, well, excuse me. Everyone's got to make a living, right? So I sat down with him, got the job application out for him, and we got him a job. The job was me hitting him with a bunch of the standees and taking one. Oh, great. Okay. He has bruises now.
Mr. Sumino, do you have a moment to talk?
Always. Look at this eyeshadow serve here.
Kako and I have been together since we were born. And we vowed to die together as well.
Right, they have this bond with each other that is unbreakable to them.
Recently, though, I've been feeling like we need to revise that vow.
Yeah?
Kako is growing as a person, and I know that's only going to continue.
That's very true, and that's very mature of you, 100%.
No thanks to all your bad influences, of course. Give me my lovely dear sister back.
And this is such a playful way he said this too.
But watching her the way she is now has made me realize something.
It has?
I always thought I was trying to protect Kako, when all I was really doing was becoming codependent on her.
Again, very introspective, mature look at this.
I was forcing her to become my purpose for living. What kind of awesome older brother does a thing like that?
And that's the thing. It's because in his life and his memories, he didn't have a purposeful life. His purpose was Kako, right? But now as he's seeing her grow and stuff, because it's very, very mature of him to realize I depended on her a lot more than even I thought, you know?
So I've decided, even if it might take a while, to give Kako more space and do some growing of my own.
Yes.
I'll never be the kind of brother she can be proud of unless I become a man of many charms in my own right.
Wow, what a way to put it as well. Look at the smile as well.
Oh, but keep this a secret from Kako, all right? I'm only telling you this to harden my resolve.
I totally understand that. If you tell someone, it makes it more real, right? Ima, it's the one time that I will 100% keep secrets, for sure.
I want her to see me as a cool older brother of action, not words.
Good stuff. I love that. I love that. Being introspective about your life, understanding that maybe the idea you had once in your head about your relationship isn't the idea that actually is what it is. And what I mean by that is
make sure. Well then.
He looked at himself and he said, it looks on the surface of the relationship as he protects Kako all the time. But as he's noticing Kako maturing, he realizes amongst himself that, oh, maybe I just needed Kako to also feel very needed, right? To feel like I had a purpose. And as he sees his sister getting a purpose, it's very actually beyond his years mature, in my opinion, to be oh, this whole time I've been kind of smothering her in a way. And we know Kako's feelings as well. Kako wants to make Ima feel like he can depend on her too. So I think there is a thing where you don't have to not rely on her anymore, but rely on her in a different way. And I think he's thinking about this now as well. He wants to be a brother of action who will allow her to grow. He's not just going to say words that are his usual way he usually talks or whatever. He wants to make sure that she sees him as someone who is to look up to. And I think that's a beautiful way of putting it. It's not him saying I'm going to abandon my sister. I don't want to talk to her anymore. It's him in a very good way saying, I'm going to give her space while also giving myself space to grow to something that she can be proud of as well. And I think it's very lovely. Made it through the day. But Darumi's appetite is just as crazy as ever. If anything, she's eating even more than before. We won't be able to keep this secret much longer at this rate. Whatever happens next, I've got to do my best to support Darumi any way I can. I forgot you can skip that part as well. Yeah, no, very good conversations there with
Be ready to give your
Ima. I think Ima's was one of the best finales. Darumi and I both ate in the cafeteria that morning. And we got to eat paper as well, right? The food here sure is great. It feels like you've been eating a lot more regularly lately, Darumi. Well, that's probably none of your business. Oh, you think so? I'm sorry, you feel creeped out by the idea I've been watching you eat, don't you? It's not creeped out, Shoma. Like, it's just the one thing that you don't comment on anybody ever is like, oh, you've been eating a little bit much lately. And again, I know Shoma doesn't have like a lot of social experience either, but even people with a lot of social experience can still be awful in that sense. And not awful, but like, you know, I don't think Shoma meant it in a bad way, but like, it's good to be aware. Don't comment on anyone's eating habits, right? I was going to, no, stop. Don't sweat it, deranged stalkers are cool in their own way. Don't reinforce his delusions. He's right though, you used to eat snacks and stuff, but you started making time for real meals now. Interesting, okay. So what they're noticing isn't just like, again, to me, like, personally, I would just never even call attention to this. If I saw someone eating like, you know, if someone went from 1 dinner a day to like 3 dinners a day, I just wouldn't even comment on it. But what they're noticing is that she's not just, she again, it's very true. She did, because I think she made a reference to how her teeth hurt really badly as well, because she like only eats sweets and stuff and chocolate and stuff like that. But actually, like, she's eating full meals now. It's probably better for you today, so try to keep it all up, all right? We'll see. I'm not going to slow down for a while anyway. After all, I'm eating for 2 now. Don't say that out loud. That doesn't mean what I think it does it? I mean, you know, you talk me. No. You and Takumi have been spending a lot of time together, but yeah, that's what it sounds like right now. Look at Tsubasa's face. Please don't go getting the wrong idea. People are starting to notice a change in Darumi's behavior, but just how much longer could we keep this a secret? Being there for Darumi is important, but so is being ready for the next defensive battle, so more free time. We're all finally getting along again. I can't let the goodwill go to waste. This is why I'm saying we shouldn't even follow through with this whole revival thing, because things are getting better now for us all together. And I feel like it would have been a better idea to like strengthen that relationship just through like showing them that you're there for them and showing them that you're going to help them currently, rather than bring some people back to life. But I suppose, you know, that's what he had in his mind, and he's so set in it because he still feels like that's the final cherry on the top of this whole situation. When in reality, I think that I really think that he could have just like, it was, again, as you said, the lying was the problem. That was the only problem. It was the lying. In reality. What does, who are we going for next? Tsubasa? Let's see. So Tsubasa we can do as well. Is there anyone rank 4? I don't think so. Hiroko got the rank 5 as well, didn't she? Yes. Yeah, Tsubasa. We'll keep going with Tsubasa then. What is Tsubasa like again? Like, I kind of forget. It's been a bit of time since we actually did it. Tsubasa one. Is it toolkit she likes? I think so. Tsubasa, I think she might like the toolkit. She likes the biker thing as well, right? But do we have that? It probably might just come to me randomly. Like when I'm looking at it, I guess. Tiger helmet? Boxing gloves? Limousine? Analytical machine? Was it fast food? There was it might just be the tool. Okay. Actually, let's just click toolkit and we'll see. If that's what she has. Yes, it is. And it makes sense. And we have a lot of this stuff as well. We can like make a lot of these. No problem. Should be fine.
Is this for me?
Wow.
Wow!
I love her eye voice
No
actor.
idea how happy you just made me.
And again, Tsubasa, when I found this toolkit was literally like handcrafted by Mr. Tool himself. The lead singer of Tool, no. But the guy invented tools. I went back in time and he made this for you. So I guess, yeah, we'll work on getting Tsubasa's stuff up. We could raise our BP, our abilities. But generally, I don't even think we need to that much anymore. I don't think it's as necessary because our characters are so good. But we can check if there's anything we want to level up, right? It can't hurt. Could not to just check. The side slash maybe? Like how much is that? Would that costs to get some voltage gain? But we never use side slash. We use air blade, I suppose. Yeah, we use air blade, and this is gonna be 9,000. It might be better to level up other characters like who don't have as much levels. Like Tsubasa should get a bit more. Like we need to be using more of this stuff as well. Yeah, I'm up for to encourage us to use it more. Yeah, like you know what I mean. A little bit of encouragement to use that more, get a bit of voltage gain out of the accelerator because it's actually a pretty good thing, especially when you have a lot of turns as well. Let's see. I'm going to give this to Tsubasa and her toolkit. It's crazy the route just ended last time, and then we're on the same route, but like it could have ended just there with two endings there. There's you go, Tsubasa, and we doomed the entire future room, by the way, with that choice. By the way, thinking we can contain it.
Is this for me? Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me.
Legitimately, this was made by a bunch of like of the gnomes from what's that show called, Gravity Falls. And honestly, even though they're a bit weird, they make some good materials, you know. But yeah, pretty magical. As I was saying that, I realized, oh yeah, those gnomes were a bit weird, weren't they? Those gnomes were not really nice people.
Well then.
It's a good show though, Gravity Falls. It's a really good show.
Huh?
Another day in the books, time to get some shut-eye. Things are going by very fast though, right? They are going by very fast in my opinion. Yeah.
Up and out of troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 47th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
The way he said that,
Prepare,
just
be ready to
academy.
give your-
Very bouncy in his phrasing. We're managing to keep Terumi's hunger at bay, but we'll be in trouble if it gets any worse. At this rate, just books aren't going to be enough. I'll have to find a new food source for her soon. With my goal for the day decided, I made my way to the green area in the north. Wait, really? That's interesting. Whoa, a new forest area? If she's okay with books, maybe she could eat leaves too. Okay. Then again, I don't want to have to worry about poison or allergic reactions. Yes, if you don't have really good knowledge of what those do, it's probably not the best idea to actually use them. Nuts and berries might work, but there aren't too many plants like that around here. I can't stay here too long or everyone will wake up and wonder where I am. And I don't want to have explain what I'm doing out here so early in the morning. And then... Wait, what? Is someone there? No, that's... Wait, what? What have we seen? What? This music is... Wait, what's happening? Oh, it's that freaking... Oh, yeah. It's the music. Is everyone awake?
Huh?
What's this all about, Mr. Sumino? It's an attack. Wait, that was very sudden, right? An attack, then what's this music for? Yeah, like, I've never seen this angle of everyone being out here. That was very sudden. I think it's the one that makes us go... Oh, okay. That was a weird cut, right? Like, we cut right to here, unless it's like in our mind again. They had something that looked like a sound truck with them. That means it's the commander uses it sound to cause hallucinations. That's nuts, right? So this effed up music is to drown it out. Effed up, this is awesome. I love that Gaku canonically is into like sad music. So you're the one who picked it. We don't just get my dear sister to sing and play that instead. Honestly, like, why not? Her angelic voice is sure to charm anyone who hears it. Knock it out, brother dearest. You're building up too much. I bet you could sing. I bet you could sing, Kako. We don't have time to make a recording anyway. I love that Doroko's like thinking that we actually could use this.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
This is nuts.
Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
It just happened so suddenly, I guess. But then again, I guess the attacks do happen suddenly. But like, we were in the forest. He saw like the enemy around the place, the Futurum guys, and then rushed back here, I guess. Which I guess makes sense if you saw some enemies on the go. That's the same thing you would do in any scouting thing in a war. You know, you would go back and tell the enemy, like, hey, or tell your friends, hey, your fellow compatriots or your companions, that there's like, you know, people heading this way. And I guess he set this up as well very quickly as well, which is very smart.
Defense mode initiated. All available troops
DJ Gaku probably said it though.
Immediately.
The alarm, it is an attack. Let's do this, guys. To the war room. I just thought the cut was so sudden, but I guess what they were trying to signify is he got back here as soon as possible. Everyone nodded in agreement and got moving. Wow, you guys got here quick, all of you together too. Actually, Darumi isn't here yet. Where's Darumi? Oh, there she is, our gal. Here I am, morning everyone, sorry I'm late. It's no problem whatsoever, Darumi. You do whatever you need to do whenever you need to do it. Darumi, are you feeling all right? Of course, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Well, that's good. I'm very happy you're feeling totally fine. In that case, let's get started. Don't overthink anything. Just fight to win like we always do. Yes, kill the enemy. Okay, gang, you know what to do. Defensive battle initiate. Here we go again. I didn't think we'd do this so suddenly, I guess, but I guess, like, I don't know. I just thought it would be, like, a little bit while before we had a battle again. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought better of interrupting it, guys, because it's such a great like moment all the time. So we have, first of all, look at and then for Gaku, and then for Ima it's like I think we'll skip this battle, right? I think this is a skippable battle. Unless something happens in between. And this music always makes it feel so weird as well, doesn't it? It's such a weird thing. Like, it changes the tone of the battle, like, almost instantly.
This music is pissing me off! Let's finish this so we can shut
It's
it
not
off!
that bad. It's not that bad.
I don't know. This song is growing on me. I'm kind of feeling it now.
Feeling it now. You know what? If Darumi says it stays on, it stays on.
Glad to hear someone has some taste around here. What I like best about this
Oh
song is
no, Gaku's gonna try to explain it and gonna interrupt him.
Guys, you can talk about music later. We're in the middle of a battle here.
I never heard Tsubasa make that noise with the like guys, listen.
Guys, you can talk about music.
Which is understandable. We are in the middle of a battlefield, I suppose, but yeah. This is gonna be skippable, I'd say, isn't it? I'd say so, maybe? Yes. Gaku's gonna explain that why he likes the song.
That should do the trick, right? Sirei, you can turn the
Don't
music
turn it off
now.
yet. Don't turn it off yet.
Okie dokie.
Saray, no! What?
Aw, man. Just when I was starting to like it.
Takumi, shout up and say, like, we haven't seen the commander yet.
I can recommend you some other stuff like that last song.
Oh
This
my
genre
God.
is actually more varied than you might.
Oh, let Gaku talk. He's looking. I've never seen him blush this much. Look.
Enough chatter, you guys!
Sorry, stop it.
Look Look sharp. You've got more enemies approaching.
Play the music again. But no, legitimately, like, I think it's like so cute that he's like a music buff. You know? That's really cute. Wait, they're gonna send us into the outer world again? They didn't do it this time. You don't have to worry about remembering my name. Your little story ends here. This absolute diva. To our Tommy. I think I know this is skippable as well, but like I think it's such a she's one of the most well designed and the most interesting Futurum heroes, I think, out of all of them. Legitimately so, I think so. She always like looks so cool. She has such a cool design, such a cool idea. Whoever came up with it. Jesus. Oh, and it's the time stuff. It's so weird that in the first run he was just the guy that like repaired the second to last defense academy, right? Or he was repairing it.
Every time I step onto the battlefield, I am filled with nothing but the deepest regret.
Oh my god, this is well. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. Like the presentation of this hero is like so out there. It's such a cool idea. You yank?
What just happened? Everything went back to how it was
Yeah,
before.
he's up to the rewind powers.
We have to defeat the commander who can turn back time, or this battle will never end.
And we don't have the music on anymore? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, you win. Thank you.
Phew! Somehow, we won.
These commanders are definitely stronger than the last time I fought them. That goes for Veshness, too. She's going to be unimaginably strong now.
Again, we're sitting here being like, man, you have no idea. You have no idea what's about to happen.
Can we still win?
Just the 11 of us against Veshness? I doubt that will
And
end
this is
well.
going to go into Takumi's mind again.
Honestly, I don't know if we can win our next battle if they keep throwing more enemies
Right?
at
All
us.
Takumi's going to be thinking about is, oh my god, we got to bring them back. We got to bring them back.
It ain't about if we can win or not. We have to win. Ain't like we can get more team members now anyway.
The way that is phrased, knowing what Takumi is doing right now.
Come to think of it, how come you were hanging around outside this morning, Takumi?
Okay, come on, guys. Like, legitimately, is that big of a deal? Come on.
Who cares about why? He got us the advance warning, didn't
Yes,
he?
exactly. That's a good point. And again, once again, they already had a lack of trust in him before, so seeing him do something a bit sketchy now makes sense that they would be kind of like, what's happening?
I'm curious about what you were doing too, Mr. Sumino. You're not planning on deceiving us again, are you?
And here's the thing. Here's the issue, right? Because now he still has to do things that are behind their back. He's not able to, like we said, he's not able to strengthen that relationship in the normal way. So now he has to go follow down that path of bringing those guys back. Instead of like what he could be doing is not sneaking outside and strengthening this with them. But again, here's the thing. You know what's crazy about this as well? It's like actually like a cycle. And I didn't think about this last time. He wouldn't have probably made friends with them if it wasn't for hanging out with Darumi and trying to bring someone back from the dead. Isn't that crazy, that like the way you look at it?
He wouldn't do that. He promised he'd never betray us.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Kako. Kako believes in us.
Can we discuss this after we absorb this commander's hemoanima?
But I don't think they'll let us, right?
Ooh, good point. Don't want to get our kill stolen again.
You're right. We have to finish this battle before we do anything else.
Wait, we're actually gonna get to... Okay, we're gonna level someone up. This is a rarity that this ever happens. It's a very big rarity this ever happens. Look at Ima there. I love the pose here, look. Who did we not choose yet? Honestly, it should go to someone who we use a lot of, right? I think it should. Ava, I don't want to give to Ava because the problem is that she will be gone at some point as well, or might be gone. She's gone for a lot of parts of the route as well. Well, no, she isn't always, right? Because that was just the second scenario. Kako, I wouldn't mind getting more of a power-up. Darumi, I wouldn't mind having more of a power-up either. Takamaru, I don't think has one, right? I don't think Takamaru has one. I think it'd be nice to give Takamaru one, right? Yeah, I'd give it to Takamaru.
All right, let me
I don't think he has one. It'd be nice to get at least one. This light is so bright. It's actually, as I said the other episode, it affects my eyes for the whole time.
I'll wreck them all.
Look at this face. What are you talking about? Yeah, it just makes sense. It just makes perfect sense to do it that way. Wait, what? Oh, we get a second one as well. Oh, yeah, because there's two. Okay. I'm up for giving it to another one to Gaku. I'm not opposed to it. Or to Hiroko. We already gave one to Hiroko. Hiroko has one. Actually, yeah.
Sure thing.
Ima's one of the most powerful units. Giving him more power isn't a bad thing. He like sometimes solos full forces. I'm fully okay with having another bit of voltage. He sometimes does it all by himself. That sinister look, oh my god. And he's like dancing in the rain.
I'm brimming with power.
Look at, he's so cool. That's such a cool pose. If that was in like an anime or something, that's iconic forever. People are drawing that forever, you know? People are probably drawing this already, actually. Special attack +1, voltage gain +10. Got an S rank for that as well, which is absolutely perfect. And so our 8 defensive battle came to an end. I somehow managed to shrug off any awkward questions afterwards. My teammates were starting to look at me with suspicion again. That's the thing. It's, as we said, the lie was the issue. You know what I mean? It was always the issue. So, and I don't keep saying it, but that was my point of like maybe work to like, instead of bringing Retsnam back or resurrecting Retsnam, the answer would have been building the relationship that was already mending with the crew. You know what I mean? By like being as trustworthy as possible, which I know is like hard, but like again, Takami's not thinking in the right way at all. This route, I don't think so. I think the only thing that's keeping him sane pretty much throughout the whole time was Darumi, you know, for sure. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's just like as soon as like they made friends with him, if he was thinking it clearly, he could have been like, well, okay, now I'll just work on this instead, Darumi. Look, we have this now. We can, you know, we can be pals or whatever. But also now he's thinking, man, we struggled in that battle, so now we have to like, you know, build up our forces again. It feels like it's on him once again. It feels like, you know, it's one of those situations where he has to do something. That was the excuse, and it was an excuse of why like they brought Aito in. What was it for? It was like, because I think that was the reason they brought Aito in before, and why, by the way, Aito rejoined the party. And I'm not saying it's the same thing as resurrecting someone. That was definitely the same reason, like, of why we utilized, why we brought Ato back in the team at one point, because it's like, hell, we're struggling a bit. We need some help, against Veshness. And again, I don't make it seem like whether Takumi's lost his mind. I mean, in a sense of like that he's not in the right place. Is that like he was definitely emotionally fragile. And like I said, the only thing holding him together was Darumi. But still, he's thinking, if I bring these guys back, it's all gonna be worth it, Is Darumi not coming today? The last couple of days, she'd come to my room in the morning to hide her. I'm like, yeah, she would. Okay, to hide her abnormal hunger from the others, but not today. Her hunger can't have gone away just like that, can it? Oh, she's okay. I should probably drop by her room to check on her. Yeah, sure. 100%. 110% if we're honest. This is Darumi's room. I'll ring the bell first. Okay, I'm worried about what's gonna happen if like it's progressed even further now. Who is it? It's me, Takumi. I guess you're awake after all. I was worried when you didn't come to my room to eat like usual. Are you okay? Well, maybe don't shout this. Oh, Takumi, no need to stand out there. Come on in. I mean, you could explain it away by saying like, well, she just like, we'd like to have a what I would say is this would be my way to explain it away. Actually, during the time that like we just only talked to each other, we used to hang out a lot, so we're kind of used to kind of sometimes just having like a little bit of like a lovely time eating together, And again, that you could say that's an lie, but if we're already on the path of liedom, we're hell bent on covering this up. There you go. If it's all right with you. This room is crazy. Morning, Takumi. It's so nice of you to come check on me. Of course, 100%. Seems like you're fine, though. Truth is, I'm still as hungry as ever, but I had some stuff I wanted to try out this morning. Sure, okay. I was gonna go to your room a little later. You just beat me to it. That makes sense. What were you trying out exactly? Oh, yeah, I guess that is a worrying thing, but I don't know. I think I'm just kind of like gonna support her whatever she wants to do, I guess, but unless it's gonna hurt her, of course. Well... Oh, there's like a growth on it. It looks like Retsum's skin. What the? Your arm. Is it because of... Yeah, it looks like the monster. Retsum, yeah, I figured it'd fuse with me that much more. Are you all right? Does it hurt? Nah, I'm good. Toad's fine. And my sleeve still covers it up, so there's no issue with the keeping it out of sight. Sure, but like I'm not worried about the keeping it out of sight aspect. I'm worried about like you actually like being sick or hurt. Come on, white log faces. I thought you'd be happy about this. I mean, I'm generally not. I do not like that Darumi had to go through this. Like, in general, I thought it would be us, which again would still something. I wouldn't want Takumi to suffer either. But yeah, the suffering is going to happen at some point. I just know it is, and I didn't want it to happen to Darumi whatsoever. I wish we had the foresight to maybe stop this before things got too far. Why would this make me happy? If my arm's like this, it means Retsum is growing. Oh my god, she's excited about it too. Plus, I can make some kind of liquid come out. Oh, no. Does talking about my body fluids get you excited, Takumi? I don't think that... No. Knock it off. Do you think this liquid is the ruby tear? It's not red, so probably not, but it's a step in the right direction, isn't it? I mean, we don't know at all. Can we talk to the old man again, maybe? I guess so. On the other hand, if I still can make the tear, maybe we should get comfy. Shouldn't get comfy just yet. I'm pretty sure the rest of vacation is only going to get worse from here. Yes, 100%. I can feel it. 100%. My transformation to a city-trampling kaiju might just be a few dialogue choices away. Oh, God. Taki, better harden your heart now so it won't hurt so much when you have to put me down like a man. Oh, don't say that, especially with the last time we got an ending. Oh, don't even say that ever again. I wish you wouldn't talk like that. Even if she was just kidding around, it felt like tempting fate. Anywho, I want to spend today figuring out just what this arm can do. Can you bring me my meals and just focus on that? I'll love you forever. Oh my god, with the dog panting. Darumi, I would bring you your meals anyway, regardless, if that's what you wanted. You know? Regardless. Sure, that's the least I can do for you. I spent the rest of the day helping Darumi out any way I could. And the thing is, the reason, like, the way Darumi is indebted to Takumi, like, let's just be honest here, like, Darumi was the person who stepped up and, you know, did this for Takumi as well. She wanted everything to be okay with Takumi. That was the original reason for doing this. You're so bummed out, I wanted to help you out with this. It's not that you have to be indebted to your friends, but I do think there is, like, a thing where, like, you know, I would want to look after someone after they did something like this for my sake. Yeah. I don't think friendships have to be like a transactional thing at all. But you know what I mean? I think it's just like, I don't think you have to call it transactional to be like, oh yeah, this person did something for me. Like, now they need something. Maybe I should help them out if I can, you know? Not that anyone you shouldn't expect transactional friendships, but like it's nice when you have reciprocal love. You know what I mean? That morning, Hiroko called everyone together for a meeting. I heard over to oh, really? Very sudden, right?
Oh.
All right, this is everyone apart from Darumi, who's not feeling well. We are all here. Yeah, but why are we here? You better have a good excuse for dragging me out of bed.
Oh.
Allow me to be frank. Our team isn't strong enough. Oh, there we go. This is just gonna make talking me want to do this even more. So we're finally talking about this, huh? It had to happen sooner or later. We defeated 2 commanders in the last battle, but what if they send in 3 next time or 4? We'd lose, no question. I don't like it, but it's true. All we can do is hope that they won't gang up on us like that. There's also the vast gap in power between us, and Veshness to consider. We won't be able to defeat her at our current level. But what can we do? We've asked Saray for additional troops before, but he's always just said it wouldn't do any good. Right, because the people in charge have already sent everyone who can use Hemoanima. So can we capture some enemies and get them to join us like we didn't? No, again, Tsubasa, like I totally get that. Like in the moment now, it's still because again in this time like they still think that they're capturing like evil invaders, you know. But like even if I want to say this now, even if they are like enemies in a quote unquote war, let's say it was just a war, not an invasion from our part that we were invading. Still, I wouldn't agree with capturing and brainwashing, you know? There's no guarantee any of others will surrender, though. Yes, surrender or no, all invaders must be killed. Oh, God. Even Ava said prisoner wasn't something we all agreed to. It was more of a spur-of-the-moment thing. It was more of a Saray deciding this for everybody. Saray decided the brainwashing. We all did decide the prisoner stuff as well, right? Right? No, I wasn't. I don't think I was... What happened this? Because this is probably one of the problems with like having multiple routes. I know in the first route we decided to help her. In this route we had no choice. Yes, that was it. In this route we had no choice. We do have one other candidate though. No, please tell me you're not suggesting Eitzo. Come back, Eitzo to the team. You don't mean Eitzo. He's coming back. I'm afraid I do. But wasn't he planning to kill us before Takumi stopped him? He said he hates humanity and we all look like terrible monsters to him. Calling my perfect, beautiful sister a monster, that alone should be enough to qualify him for a death penalty. Honestly, like, the energy of protecting your sister like this. Yeah, honestly, like, you gotta, you know, I don't know. It's powerful. It's powerful. I will give someone the death penalty for calling my sister ugly. I'll admit it's risky. He could easily try to deceive or destroy us again. But it's better to take the risk than to resign ourselves to losing the war. Hey, who says we're losing? We ain't that out of our debt. Stop and think about it for a moment. We have no chance of winning anymore, even if you can understand that. Because in the first battle, it wasn't Takamaru got... In one of the battles, Takamaru got jumped. In the last battle, we barely got out of it, I guess.
Oh.
As it is, we're already winning our battles by a slim margin. We're getting by at best. But that won't last forever. We need to do what we can before it's too late. Admitting Eito back into the team may be necessary sooner than we think. You're underestimating him. You don't know how dangerous that guy can be. You wouldn't be saying this if you experienced his betrayal firsthand. I know. You've made his capacity for deceit very clear. But from what you've told us, his hatred for humanity doesn't extend to himself. He doesn't want to die any more than we do. We might be able to use that common ground to get him to cooperate. I guess, and again, it's so hard as well because we know canonically Eito is also a victim of what has happened here in the academy. Like, you know, in a very horrific way as well. I guess that makes sense, or maybe not. What does everyone else think? No one knows for sure how this will go if we do try it. Not even Takumi.
Oh.
We don't have to decide right away, but I want you all to think about it. I wouldn't have proposed this if I wasn't desperate, so please give it some serious consideration. It's tough. It's a tough choice. After Hiroko said her piece, the rest of us gradually filtered out of the cafeteria. Releasing Eito, was that really the only way for us to survive? I spent most of the rest of the day puzzling over that question. I mean, legitimately, I think borderline factually, Eito being a part of the team is going to help out immensely because he is so powerful. He is like such a... And like I think that menacing quality having on your side isn't a bad thing either. But it's the truth. Like as much as like, you know, let's say we put our caps on from this route. Let's say I'm Calvin who didn't go through the second scenario. Like I also would have like a thing where I remember I even said it. I was like, at that time, I was like, I don't want Eito to be on the team, but I'm doing it for the... It was even during the second scenario, right? Or was it before? It was during the second story when you have to choose people to join. And you choose someone to join the team. You're like, well, I wouldn't have done this anyway, blah, 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 blah. But then over time, you kind of realize, okay, no, like he was a victim as well, and all this stuff as well, and all this stuff that goes, you know, and he grew to love everyone once he realized that he was tricked into hating everyone and all this stuff. Yes. But yeah, you put yourself in those shoes, it makes sense to be like, I don't want him on the team at all. Like, this is terrifying. But if I put my practical cap on, I think he is one of the most powerful members, especially on head-on attacks. And it's like, maybe having one on the team is not a bad thing. Ruby called me to a room. You okay? Oh, is she in pain? Please say no.
There. Done.
You okay? What happened? Jerumi heaved a sigh of relief and clear liquid began to drip out of her arm. It wasn't a ruby tear, but it sparkled in the light all the same. I think I'm getting used to making it come out now. Oh my god, but that might be like discharge? What's this stuff anyway? Cream oh, what are you talking about? No, it's not. It's not cream soda. I've been experimenting. I can make other stuff too. Fresh water. What? Wait, she's not even like... I thought she was just being crazy for a second. Fresh water, salt water, soy sauce, cream soda, even ink basically is anything liquid. I still think I haven't been able to come up with a ruby tear though. Guys, can you tell me as well, what is cream soda? Because I've heard about this from when I was a kid and watching American TV shows. I grew up watching American TV shows and I would hear like, you know, cream soda, you know. I'm getting a cream soda. It's literally like soda with cream in it. Because like that actually doesn't sound terrible, by the way. I want to make that clear. Like, because if ice cream and soda is a nice combination, I imagine cream soda is not terrible, you know? Maybe I have to know what... I love those sounds she makes. Maybe I have to know what it is before I can make it? Maybe. All we really know about the tear right now is that it's something Retsam can create. That and it used to bring back the dead somehow. It might just because Retsam isn't strong enough yet. Maybe it'll get better after it transforms me some more. I don't know if we want it messing with your body any more than it already has. Yeah, there is that. Wouldn't it be cool if I got really deformed and gross and all, please kill me? No, my god, again, like, knowing that we killed her in the other room, never, Jeremy, never, never, never. I really wish you wouldn't say stuff like that. Please never say it. We don't even know if there'll be any more transformations after this. It could just be a matter of you getting used to what your body is now. If we believe the prophecy, he said suffering. And as much as I'd love to believe in my heart of hearts that the suffering won't happen, he said suffering, you know? In that case, I'm gonna make something else for practice. It sounds like it hurts so bad. There we go. Tell me how it tastes. Tell me how it tastes. You want me to drink this? I mean, if this brings us closer to getting the ruby tear, I guess like, okay. I gave the most recent batch of liquid for Ruby's arm an experimental lick. What in the world is happening? This is alcohol. Can you just, alcohol, like cleaning alcohol, rubbing alcohol? Okay, can I just say as well, I love Takumi 100% because holy hell, like what a friend, just being like, yeah, I'll try your arm juice. You know what I mean? I'll try it, right? But drinking unknown liquids, regardless of like if it's from the sweetest gal who ever lived, you know what I mean? I'd question it. I'd even like put up a little bit of a fight before I did it, maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought.
Hey!
Then don't make me drink it. I wasn't sure if it's a step forward or not, but Jerumi could create different liquids at will now. For better or for worse, Retsam was making its presence felt. The fact that like... I know, again, I want to say, it is like so like, you can call back this and be like, man, this is how much Takumi cares about Jerumi now. He drank arm liquid. Right? It's sweet. Like, here's the thing. If I bear away the arm liquid and I bear away the idea of drinking something like that and all this stuff, right? If you take all that away and strip it away, right? At the very base level, this is Takumi doing something for and you could say for to resurrect, to get something, to resurrect his friends. But I also think it's one of those things where it's like, man, that's how much he cares about Jerumi. She asked him to drink it, and he did it in one try. You know what I mean? He didn't even question it that much at all. He was just like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, I guess. This is an interesting route. It's a very interesting route.
Get prepared. Be ready to give your...
The problems just keep piling up. It's not just Jerumi and Retsam anymore. Now we have to worry about whether or not we're going to let Ado out too. But I guess there's nothing I can do about that either of them right now. I just have to keep preparing like always and to think about the rest as I go along. If we can strengthen our current team enough, maybe we won't need Ato after all. Either way, I need to make sure we're all ready for our next battle. Yeah, it's one of those things where yeah, it's Ato joining the team is a really, really good idea for, practicality's sake. But again, as we said, we always understand as well if a member didn't want him to come back, it like makes perfect sense, and no one should ever like question those people either, because it makes perfect sense that they would have a problem with that. But I also understand as well, like from their perspective, it's like we know he is capable of betrayal. Like, we don't have, and this isn't Ato with like the absolute knowledge that he had before, that he was being tricked. This is Ato still hating humans.
Is this for me? Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me.
I literally wrestled 10 bears for this, Tsubasa, and I do it again. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if it was Ato who realized everything was effed up and he was wrong, yeah, it's such an easy decision. But like for them, it's like this is still Ato who betrayed. At the end of the day, this is still Ato who killed and murdered.
I have a lot of friends, but it's been a little tiring talking to them lately.
Okay, you're growing apart, maybe?
I don't want to sound like an old woman, but all they talk about is anime, pop idols, and fashion.
Sounds like me, actually. Well, I don't talk about anime as much as I used to, but like I do sometimes talk about pop idols and fashion.
I try to keep up with the latest trends, but I always end up tinkering with some machine instead.
And that's fine. And that's what I was saying, growing apart. Sometimes like it's one of those things where like there's nothing wrong with like a pop idols, anime and stuff like that as well, and fashion. But if you're into stuff that's different, it can be kind of difficult when like, you don't really like have a time to, you don't really have a space to really join in the conversation, especially when you're someone as like open and lovely as Tsubasa. It would make you feel a bit of a gap, because there's introverts as well. I know for a fact there's introverts who like will be able to sit there in a room as other people talk about all this stuff and just sit there and just be like, this is nice to be here. I like being here. I don't have the pressure. Everyone else is doing all the talking. But in this case, Tsubasa is like someone who does like having a conversation as well, so it's different.
Hours fly by without me noticing, and nothing else goes into my head.
That's nice. So that's something you're passionate about.
But I still love hanging out with my friends.
Yes. Okay.
So I guess I'll have to try not to stand out.
No. Find a middle ground. And also like see if like they should be interested in your stuff just as much as you should like maybe take an interest maybe in what they're into.
I'm not forcing myself to fit in.
Good.
Okay. My friends understand that's just who I am.
Good. Okay, I'm happy.
In front of new people.
Okay.
Though.
So that's actually better than I ever thought it could be, because I thought they were maybe drifting apart, but in this case it's like she just doesn't have like a very good conversations with them, but they still love her. So that's perfect. To Tsubasa, I'm so happy to hear that,
The other day, I was dragged along to a mixer and ruined the mood because I could barely hold a conversation with anyone.
Excuse me. This can be rough as well, going to a party and not being able to talk to anyone.
I've still got a ways to go before I can even think about dating, huh?
You can think about that whenever you want. There's no rush. Never rush with that stuff whatsoever. I think it was such an interesting conversation with Tsubasa, because she's a character who, like, I think is a very open and lovely and talkative person in a very good way. I feel like every time she opens her mouth in this game, I'm like consistently just like, I can't, like she's like a ray of sunshine. She really is. But in that sense there, I think it's like so relatable what she's saying. It's like the idea of like, I don't hate my friends and I still love my friends. They understand that like I'm into different things, but I also feel this kind of like tiredness and pressure sometimes, because I know for a fact that like what they talk about isn't what I like to talk about. And I went to a party one day and I couldn't even hold a conversation, so I ruined the mood, right? And again, she probably didn't even ruin the mood that much, because legitimately, and I've talked about this before, how communication is like the biggest key to anything in like friendships and relationships and all this stuff, and romantic relationships and friendships and stuff like that.
Is this for me? Wow!
Let her just say what
You have no idea how happy you just made me.
This time, I went into a beehive and lived there for 10 weeks to get this, and I do it again. But I think it's one of those situations where like she probably went home and said, "Oh, I ruined the whole function. Oh, I ruined the mood," And you just think there's probably one person that was like, "Oh my God, Tsubasa," just but like those type of people that you go F him. I think probably the majority of people like have a lack of communication to the point that like if she I know for a fact if she texted one of her friends and was just like, "Did I ruin the mood?" and they're like, "No, it's not that at all. It's not that. We were just like very like worried that like you weren't having fun. That could happen all the time. It's like, oh, we thought you weren't having fun." It's like, no, it's not that. I thought you guys were annoyed at me. It's like, no, we were just like worried that, and then it can literally like, that can end friendships. It literally can end friendships. We talk about this all the time. A lack of communication when something can be like sorted out so quickly can end friendships. I barely thought about it, but today was day 50, huh? We finally reached the halfway point. 50 more days to go. I just hope we can bring the others back before it's too late. I'm just not even a fan of this Red Snom. Not the route. I love the route. I think the route is very interesting so far. And by say I love, I mean like, Jesus Christ, it also makes me... It broke my heart as well. But like, I mean, just the Darumi stuff has been amazing.
Get prepared. Be ready to...
But like, I'm kind of like on team never should have done it. Day 51, we're in the last 100 days now here. I don't have anything special to do today, and Darumi's keeping a low profile. I guess it's back to preparing for our next battle, then that's the best way I can use this time. So interesting that there's some routes that we just don't go to the cafeteria, because there's some routes... Specifically, I think like the first and the second scenario where we went to and even like the coming of age route. I feel like we went to the freaking cafeteria like every day. Like you couldn't stop us from going to the cafeteria, which is very funny. Oh my God, it's an angel party. Where's Kako? Let's go get the toolkit. Somebody once told me the world is gonna want me. Tsubasa is a lovely gal.
Is this for me? Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me.
No, legitimately, like this was made from a mold, from a one piece. We melted down one piece of every single great mechanic throughout history. Even like some great engineers. For some reason, they put like one of Einstein's tools in there as well, and he wasn't even a mechanic, but they put it in there, and we gave it to you. That's for you, Tsubasa. Honestly, like I do think though it's like that situation, like Tsubasa could have done what Einstein did, but Einstein couldn't have done what Tsubasa did. Like who's the guy who invented the telephone? Is that Graham Bell? Was that what his name was? I forget. Like, Tsubasa could have invented the telephone, but, like, legitimately, he couldn't have fixed the fire extinguisher. Just saying. And it's just facts. Like, I'm just saying factual stuff. Oh my God, you missed the angel party. It was here yesterday. Kako. The angels were here yesterday. And you missed it. If there's ever like a 4-person per team quiz, pub quiz we do in this game, I'm bringing the angels. Ima's technically an angel as well, but I just don't think he like likes to be called that. Not that the other characters like to be called angel either.
Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me.
Yeah, we actually went into space to find this one, Tsubasa, for you. We went to the space. There we go. We need one more ranking up to get to rank 5 with Tsubasa.
Have you ever thought about what you'll do after we get out of here? I have. There's a ton of stuff I want to do.
Okay.
Eat dessert with my friends.
Yeah.
Sing some karaoke together.
Heck yeah.
Go shopping. Go to a hot spring with my family.
All very lovely stuff.
I mean, we deserve a little fun after fighting so hard for mankind, right?
And that's the thing. That's all they ever wanted was just to live normal lives, man. That's all they wanted.
Maybe they'll even give us cars. No, wait. I'll upgrade the equipment at the workshop. I'll invent a next-generation car that can move on land, through water, and in the air.
Heck
we
yeah.
can fly around and go wherever we want.
Heck yeah. No, awesome. Really awesome. I believe in you. I actually do believe in you. Look at their face as well. I believe in her more than anyone.
A vehicle like that should be a piece of cake for artificial satellite technology.
Tsubasa, I think if we gave you 4 days and got the materials here, you do that. I genuinely think the only thing that's holding back Tsubasa is us not asking for it.
Just thinking about it is making my heart beat faster. I can't wait to get started.
That's awesome.
Uh-oh. I'm rambling on about my niche interests again. Sorry for making you listen to that.
No, never. Your niche interests? No, tell me all your niche interests. Are you kidding me? Man, I'm so ready to hear about that stuff, honestly. So ready. Yeah, and I believe in Tsubasa that she could do this, by the way. Like, out of like, I genuinely think the only thing that's holding back Tsubasa is us not asking.
Make sure. Well,
I think if we ask Tsubasa, can you make a machine that just, like, saves everyone in the entire world and creates a new planet? She'd be like, oh yeah, give me like 7 days and let me see what I can do. I legit think it's because we just don't ask her to do it. You know what I mean? Because I think every time we've asked her to build something, she's like, yeah, sure. And she does it. I know it's a struggle sometimes, but I still think if you give her enough time, she'll be able to do it. Randomly, you know? That's another day done? I didn't hear anything from Darumi today. Does that mean there's been no change? What are we going to do if she can't make the Ruby Tier until after day 100? So long as we still have everyone's bodies, we can take them back to the artificial satellite and revive them there, I guess. But that still leaves us with the problem of our remaining battles. We don't have much chance of making it through them as we are now. We might be able to figure something out if we can bring the others back, but that's a big if. The best thing might be to tell everyone about the Retsnam apart from Saray, of course, and get them to help out with it. Interesting, okay. We really can't keep this thing a secret forever. That's it, okay, so we're actually going to tell people? I wasn't expecting this. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Like, being honest is probably the best thing you can do now. Like, I'll help you with the lies if we're on the path of light already, you know? But, like, I'm always for telling the truth.
Up and out of troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 50s. Prepare. Be ready to...
52nd day?
Huh?
It's morning. I should get up soon. Despite sleeping on it, I still hadn't decided whether or not to tell the others about Retsnam. For now, I'll just go to the cafeteria. Okay. I don't know, like, I think asking Darumi first and asking what she thinks about it, because she's the one with it inside of her. Here you go. I call this Moko's Choice, Nikodan. Nice, simple name. It might be a little heavy for first thing in the morning. You think? Looks like a perfect way to start the day to me. I know it's a large portion, but it's so lightly seasoned you'll end up eating more than you might expect. Kind of like how Moko looked tough but was delicate and sensitive on the inside. You still remember all your friend's favorite foods, huh, Nozomi? Yeah, sometimes just kind of pop into my head. But I'm still working on getting Yosuzuki curry right, and Yugumo's favorite meat isn't easy to come by. She's still working on all this stuff for her friends. There was one person at your old academy, wasn't there? That's right, Kyoshika liked anything traditional, but she liked pickled vegetables and dried fish most of all. Kyoshika. Huh. She sounds more like a grandma than a teenager. The members from the second at campus all sound pretty interesting. Kyoshika Kako was so lovely. She was so nice. And she had such a nice like fit as well. Like, I loved her shoes as well. Like, with the... She had a great outfit. It was awesome. I guess they were a samurai girl, a rich girl in a mask, a pro wrestler, and an assassin. Didn't you have anyone normal? I mean, we can't, like, I don't know, I guess, like, we're not exactly normal here at the Last Defense Academy. I'd like to hear more about the samurai girl. What was she like? She was really fun to be around. She could be a little oblivious sometimes, but she was always full of energy, yes. Apparently, she studied traditional techniques of stealth and espionage in the hidden village out in the mountains. Talk to me. Was this was that a joke just now? Should I laugh? No, it's serious. Kyoshika was amazing. She really was. Look at this angel with your little red eyes. Believe it or not, she's being serious. I only know these little bits and pieces about all of them, though. We were only together for a short time. I wish you could have spoken more or gotten to know each other better. Introducing Retsnam into the conversation would now only make it seem like I'm trying to comfort Nozomi or give her false hope. What? No, I disagree. I disagree. I don't think it's the right time to do it now, but like I think you should talk to Darumi and find. I think you should still say it at some point, maybe. Darumi's not here today, so there we go. Yeah, you should definitely talk to Darumi first about it. But like, yeah, like I don't think people should think that. I think it's one of those situations where like you have to tell them the truth of what you've been doing. I think you have to prepare for the fact that people might be absolutely disgusted, or people might be actually once again have a lack of trust in you. You have to prepare for all possible situations in this. You know what I mean? You have to. After I was done with breakfast, I grabbed some food and made my way over to Darumi's room, careful not to let anyone see me. Because technically, you could see, there's an argument that like keeping the truth from someone is not a lie. But there's also an argument that, like, you know what I mean? It's like, because you're just like, well, you never asked. But it's like, no, it's. I still think it can be a lie, you know? Hi, Takumi. Good to see you. Oh, wait, check this out. I just made it a second ago. Give it a taste. What is it? Not again. What is it this time? Just water, but it's unbelievably tasty. Totally knocked my socks off. The water? Really, water can taste that good? Of course, chug it down in one. Believe me, it'll change your life. I mean, water can be good, but like usually if water tastes like absolutely incredible, like you know when people like I remember like people like you know when people go like, oh, water is incredible, like oh my, do you ever have that taste of water and it was like, oh my god, I feel like a new life in me. It's like you probably were not drinking enough water that day. You know what I mean? Water is great though. It is great. It's really good. If you say so. I did as Jeremy said, took a long deep drink of the mysterious liquid. It wasn't water. It was incredibly strong, high-proof alcohol. Jeremy. A couple minutes later, I fell down and blacked out. Oh my god, it's probably like 80% or something. We passed out for the whole day. Oh no.
Get prepared.
I love that some of these days it's just us going to Ruby's room and her making us taste the weird liquid. Oh, she brought us back here. My head is killing me. The last thing I remember was drinking the fluid that came out of Darumi's arm, and now my head felt like it was going to split open. She tricked me. There's no way she didn't know this would happen. So then this pain in my head, was this a hangover? Why would anyone willingly put themselves through this? Oh, Takumi. No, the question that I think people who drink ask themselves every single Sunday morning. I think I should take it easy for today. Rest on Minato and all those other problems can wait. First and foremost, I have to take care of myself. Yes, you do. I decided to spend the day gently resting and recovering. Everything else was something for future me to deal with. I don't drink anymore. Whenever I used to have hangovers, like when you wake up with a hangover, oh my god, it's so awful. It's so bad. But then when you get like, I always loved the day after, like we'd all go to like maybe like a cafe or a pub to just like not like drink again. Like the lads might drink it, but like I just like usually get like a coffee or a tea or something. And I love the energy of everyone like still pretty like wrecked and out of sorts from yesterday. People still slightly hungover and you're just all having a chat in the cold air. So for some reason, I enjoyed that part after the hangover. But the hangover stuff, terrible. After my last bad hangover, like 3 years ago, never drank again. I was just like, I was one of those few people that was like, man, I'm never doing this again. And I just didn't. I was just like, and there's nothing wrong with drinking, by the way. I want to make it clear. You got to live your life the way you want to do it. But some people just don't like drinking and I don't like it anymore. I decided to spend the day gently resting and recovering. Everything else was something for the future me to deal with. We've gone through a lot of days this time around, haven't we? I still feel terrible. When is this? That's a bad hangover. Oh my god. You probably should have eaten some yesterday. Probably should have drank some water yesterday. Hopefully you did. I guess I can't handle my alcohol after today. I don't think I'll be touched this stuff ever again. I mean, you are very young though. You know? I didn't have the... What? He took the day off. No, but seriously, Tommy, get some food. Get some like salty food or something. Get some like make like a bacon sandwich or something and like chow down on that. Get a cup of tea, you know, get a cup of coffee. Drink a lot of water, you know, maybe not coffee, but drink a lot of water, you know? Drink a lot of water. Please, for me.
Get prepared. Be ready to get...
How's he feeling now? I'm finally feeling more like myself again. I didn't hear anything from Darumi while I was sleeping off this hangover. I wonder if anything's changed. At this rate things are going, will we really be able to bring everyone back? It's no use worrying over that now. I should focus on getting ready for the next battle. I spent enough time resting. It's time to get back to work. Okay. Can I say as well, though, it's another sad thing about this game that, like, you know when you have your first hangover, right? Anyone who's ever drank. There is an element to it where, whether it be your parents, whether it be your friends, your roommates, your brothers, your sisters, or somebody that, like, I feel like after the night out or after drinking are kind of like there to guide you through like a hangover, right? It's almost like, again, I'm not saying you have to drink, by the way, because again, I don't drink anymore. But like there is a thing, if you are like drinking with friends, it's almost like this thing where it's like, it's almost like tradition, like you drink, you get a hangover, and then people are like, well, this is my cure, and this is my cure. And people are like, don't worry, you'll be okay in a bit. It's kind of sad that like Takami's first ever like hangover was like confined to a room where like nobody else is like drinking. He didn't have a party or anything, you know? It's kind of sad, you know? This will always be his first ever chug of alcohol. Not that, you know, honestly, like, you know, not that your first ever drink is special, you know? I think I had my first ever drink just randomly. But, like, I think also at the same time, too, it's one of those situations where, like, the reason why it's sad is just, like, you know... Well, I guess, like, you know, it's not that sad since, like, you could always... You're the first person ever to have, like, your first ever drink from Darumi's elbow monster. At least there's that. At least there's that there, you know? Where was the toolkit? I probably passed the lighter. There it is, yeah. Where'd you have your first drink? I had a shot of Jameson at a party. Okay, when'd you have your first drink? I actually got a cider with my dad when I turned 18. Oh, that's really cool. When'd you get a drink? My mom gave me a vodka when I was 19.
Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me!
Talk to me, when'd you have your first drink? I remember like it was yesterday. I got it from a really cool scene chick's elbow. Guys, I think we have to stop hanging out with Takami. And yeah, Tsubasa, legitimately, like, I actually, to get this toolkit, it was actually really difficult this time. And this time actually was actually like pretty painful. They made me walk on hot coals, but as I was walking on hot coals, I had to like pick up the parts that makes this tool as I was walking along. It was actually very difficult, but I made it for you. And this is for you, as always. I know I'm like talking a lot about like about me drinking in the past, but I just think that, like one of the other reasons where I'm like, because I said it before in these videos, like I think some people call me an introvert who can be social. When it hits like 5 p.m. sometimes, man, I'm just like, I don't exist. I do not exist. 5 p.m. is, as far as I'm concerned, is like just 4 hours before bed. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, you know? It's just 4 or 5 hours before bed. That's not what that time is. I think, are we gonna need one more after this? And we have the Tsubasa one, rank 5, which is pretty great. We ranked 5 Darumi and Tsubasa this time around, and Nozomi.
Is this
and Ima.
for me? Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me!
Yeah, Tsubasa, you don't even have to say thank you. I was literally on top of like a mountain, and this old man came up to me and he said, "If you want the tools, you'll have to answer these riddles 3." And I said, give me the riddles. And he said, "First riddle, what color is my hair?" And at that point, I realized like he did not know what he was doing. So I reported him to the agency for riddles, and they took his riddle license away from him. And then I just got the toolkit by default. I regret it every day, you know? Took a man down at the height of his riddles, you know? He kept screaming in the courtroom, "I can still do riddles. What color is my nose?" You know, and everyone kind of realized he just can't do it anymore, you know? I regret it ever since. Dark days in my life.
You never know. Well then.
Never. Well then. It kind of reminds you of the Majula thing in Dark Souls 2. Bear of the curse. Seek less. It's nighttime already. Still no more updates from Darumi. I guess she's still laying low. That probably means nothing new's happened since we spoke last. Just when is she going to become capable of making this ruby tear thing? That was the question my thoughts kept drifting back to. I heaved a sigh and got into bed and tried to go to sleep. Something me? So it's something Takami? Who's that? Takami. Who's there? What is this? Shion. I was thinking it might be Shion. It was like the laugh of Shion. I was jolted awake by someone calling my name. I opened my eyes to find a boy made of undying flame standing by my bedside. I'm sorry to call you so late. Can you come with me for a minute? Where are we going? What's the matter? Did something happen? Did you find out something new? Unfortunately, no, it's proving difficult, and I haven't even got the energy to create this body much lately. Right now, I need you to meet me at the library. Okay, so maybe, but there's something, I guess? The library, why? Is there a problem there? It'll be fastest to show you. Please come quick. Sure, I had a lot of questions, but clearly this wasn't... I'm kind of worried. This wasn't the time to ask them? Okay, I'll be right there. Yeah. I left the room and hurried to the main school building, making my way to the library. I am kind of worried about what's going to happen here. All right, I made it to the library. Now, What? Oh my god. Oh, so she came here. Dream was lying sprawled on the floor. She'd gone limp, just like all the life had suddenly left her body. She was still breathing, but erratically, grasping down short, sharp breaths at irregular intervals. Something was seriously wrong with her. Oh no, Darumi. And there's like blood on her mouth as well. Darumi, are you okay? Come on, answer me, Darumi. I put my hand on her forehead. She was burning up. I, on the other hand, had a nasty chill run down my spine. Of course, like, look at, oh my god, I hate that she's like gonna be a pain at all. What's going on? Why is this happening? As if the answer to the question was whirling around inside my head, the ghost boy appeared. I feel so bad for Darumi. So bad. Last few nights I noticed Darumi wandering around the school after dark. She hasn't been looking too good. It's like she's sick. What is she doing? Like, why was she wandering around school after dark? Like, is she looking for relief somehow with some way? Either way, she's been hiding it from everyone. Oh, she's been hiding the pain. Wait, so she was hiding it. Maybe she's going outside the school to not show anybody? Oh no, I didn't want to say anything about it. But I couldn't just leave her like this, and I thought she wouldn't mind if I told you, yeah, Darumi. If we left her here, someone would be bound to see her in the morning. And once word got back to Soraya, our little secret wouldn't be a secret much longer. I just want her to be okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'll take her back to her room. Oh, I can handle things from here. Don't worry. I'm sure she'll be fine. This is so worrying. And we know what's going to get worse. We know it will. Alright, I'll leave the rest to you then. Can you hear me, Darumi? I'm going to take you back to your room, okay? Just bear with me until then. I hoisted Darumi up over my shoulder and headed back to the roof. That's so upsetting. Darumi, oh, and it's like that, the way they did this sprite, by the way, it's not like one of those, that pain that's like, like a sharp, like a little tiny sharp pain. This is a pain that like, it rides in you, right? It's like, you know, like, do you ever have like an earache before? But like, it looks like it's that times 1,000. You know the way it's like one of those pains that like, it's really hard to stop. It's like within you as well. It's not just something like what's a cut on your arm, or like maybe it's your knee that's sore, which are serious pains as well. I want to make that clear. And especially joint pain is very serious. But like in this sense, I mean, like it seems like it's like, you know, writhing, you know? The ghost boy said she'd been like this for several days. Oh, she didn't say anything, but why? Why didn't you tell me there's no need for her to keep her secrets from me, was there? Takumi. Darumi, are you okay? She definitely didn't want us to worry, that's for sure. Are you still in pain? Is there anything I can do? You found out, huh?
Found out, huh?
Oh, Darumi. Please don't. I know it's hard, but I don't ever want you to, like, hide this type of stuff. You know what I mean? You should never have to hide this type of stuff. Found out?
Here, I thought I was doing a good job hiding it.
Oh, no.
I can't do anything right.
Don't say that. Listen to me. Like, she has to. She was definitely hiding it for our sake, but you should never do that. I don't understand. Why would you keep this a secret? Because she doesn't want to upset you.
I didn't want you to worry any more than you already have.
Oh, Darumi. Oh my god, this breaks my heart.
So, I tried to act like everything was fine. But you found out anyway.
Yeah. Because usually, like, you know, it gets to a point, right? Like, you should never have to suffer on your own, ever. This was like, and that's one of the big parts of her story as well, where like she felt like she was isolated and like had no one that really truly liked her, no one she truly liked, until she found Takumi. And it's like, you don't have to suffer alone with this. I know it's like, it's not much we can do to help, but we can try. I didn't say anything. It was so weird hearing Darumi talk like this. She's definitely in pain. She's definitely sad. She's definitely down on herself. She wasn't kidding around like she usually did. Was I hearing honest feelings for once? Takumi, I'm not trying to lecture you, but she's been honest a few times in this route for sure. I think it's just because we're like, again, I'm not trying to judge Takumi, as I said, but the characters in this game sometimes will be like, that's just them, you know, even when they're being like serious sometimes, you know what I mean? I guess like, I'm not, again, that's realistic, but still.
I'm sorry. Nothing good
Don't ever say that.
me around.
Don't ever say that. Are you joking me? This is, you literally have, I guarantee you maybe don't see it this way, because you see Takumi is saving your life. I guarantee you saved Takumi's life during this time as well. I guarantee you.
I'm just a useless piece of trash. That's what everyone says about me.
Well, she means people,
And I guess they're right.
she means people back home that they're not right. They're not correct at all. Dude, I mean, anyone who calls you a piece of trash is in fact a piece of trash. And here's the thing, I'm not going to argue the practicalities of why she's not a piece of trash, because that's not, this isn't a situation where someone goes like, oh, you're like, is joking about someone being useless, and you describe why they're not useless. This is a very traumatic thing throughout her life. She's been mistreated her whole life. She has been. But the fact is, she's not useless. We know she's not useless. And anyone who made her feel this way is useless, and that's just the end of. There's no need to explain how we know she's not useless. No need to list off all the stuff that she's done throughout this entire playthrough. There's no need, because we know she's not useless. You're trying not to talk. Besides, I don't think that about you. No, nobody should. You're going to be all right. I'll be here if you need me. Just relax and get some sleep, okay?
Sorry about
Oh,
this.
her voice is so soft. Don't be sorry. Tell her don't be sorry. Before long, Darumi had fallen asleep. In spite of that, she looked far from peaceful. She's in terrible pain. Her face was still contorted in pain, and she continued letting out strangled little groans. Oh, we waited for her as well until the morning. Day 56. I'm gonna blank out of it here, and we're gonna end the video here, guys. And we're gonna come back, and hopefully coming back. By the way, I want to make it clear that I have less time this week due to some like personal stuff. But I'll let you know the schedule if there is like some things where like I can't do a video here or there. If it's like one of those things where like I have like, it might be a thing where like I have like up to 2 days this week where like I might be busy with something. It just happens, life happens, but I'll let you guys know if there's one of those things where like I maybe have to record like one less episode or something like that, or whatever. I'll try not to make it impacted too much. But with the Darumi stuff, I think what this episode was like, obviously like it was, it's comedic in a way of like Darumi, like, getting her like arm juice and all this stuff as well. And us like thinking whether or not we should like tell anyone about the Darumi stuff. But I think also at the same time too, this episode like shows that Darumi as a character is like still such like a sad, and like she's going through so many upsetting things in her mind, because even though she's found the person that she truly likes, Takumi, and she's found a true friend finally, and found someone who she can be around and that can care for her, and she can care for him, right? That's a special feeling to happen, right? Even with that, there's still the things in the back of her mind where someone made her feel less than. And I'm reaching towards her family members, maybe people. I know people judge her. She said people judge her, by the way, right? She said people did judge her, but she didn't care. But like, the fact is, like, she was holding together her household. Again, I'm not going to list all this stuff off because we know this stuff. And the reason I hope it doesn't sound like I'm like, we shouldn't list this stuff up, because like, I feel like getting into the argument, because like, I think it's different when someone like goes like, oh, Gaku's useless. I don't mind listening off then, because it's one of those situations where it's like they're saying it as a passing snarky comment. This is Darumi like deep down having like this depression within herself and an anxiety over herself. And you know what I mean? I think it's different to know that too. I know like you could say, well, Calvin, like Gaku also has a thing where like he feels like he's less than as well, 100%. But I think you understand what I'm saying. Like there's a different me being like, hey, Gaku isn't useless for this. This is something that's deep seated that was like, to me like very traumatic that Darumi had as well. But the thing with Darumi saying like, like she's useless hurts me so bad, because we know she's not useless. We know she's not a useless person. We know she's a fantastic person. And she has this thing in her life where she feels like because tragedy has come in her life all the time, and it's around her all the time, she genuinely feels like that's the reason why there is so much tragedy around her, is because of her. It's one of those things where I forget what it's called. You guys will be able to say what it's called. It's not a foregone conclusion. What's it called? But it's like when say like, oh no, I forget what it's called, but you guys tell me the exact expression, but it's like let's say every single time there was a murder that happened in a town, and every single time a murder happened, there was a guy there, you know, who was an enthusiast or something like that. Not enthusiast, he was doing a rogue newspaper enthusiast, like a rogue newspaper, and he was taking pictures of all the scene and stuff as well. And he's there at every scene, right? He's there at every single scene. Just because he's there at every scene doesn't mean he is the killer. You know, it's the one thing that's the same about every scene, but that doesn't mean he's the killer. Just because Darumi has had a lot of suffering in her life and a lot of people around her have had suffering, just because she sees herself as the one common denominator there doesn't mean that she is this part of suffering. She probably sees herself as the common thing. If I look at my parents splitting up, if I look at this happening, like all this stuff and everything, like, and all this stuff that's happened around me, the stuff that's happened now with Takumi, the stuff that happened with the reason I lived is because 4 people died. All this stuff. She's going to think everything that happens in my life is because of me, all the suffering. Even now that she's going through an immense amount of pain and Takumi has to help her out, she sees it as like, oh my God, I can't do anything right. Even in this sense, I can't even be sick right. But she has to understand that just because she is there for all the suffering that of the people around her doesn't mean that, like, not all of it, you know what I mean? Just because she's there at the time doesn't mean she's the reason for all that happening. Someone has convinced her of this. Whoever has is an absolutely evil person and they're wrong. They're just wrong. End of. And I hope they get their comeuppance at some point because absolutely horrific thing to ever say to somebody at all. Absolutely horrible. Especially like with someone like Darumi, who's like such a fantastic soul and such a beautiful soul. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. But what we had there was her hiding her illness from us because she genuinely didn't want us to worry. And when she failed at that, she felt like once again she's useless. Which again, the thing I would try, as I said, end of that thing, what I would try to get through to her is that no, you're not useless. The people that said you were useless are self-conscious and think think themselves are useless, so they want to like put it onto you to make themselves feel better. When in reality, it's one of those situations where you can't. I don't like. You can say how useful someone is if you're doing a group project, right? Helping someone out, like, and being friends with someone. I'm not going to talk about your usefulness. I'm going to talk about how much of a friend you are. And Darumi, you're a beautiful friend. You're a beautiful person to be around. Also, in this episode, we talked about the idea of maybe possibly telling everyone about like the Retslam stuff. I agree we should. The issue is that we have to be prepared for any single reaction we will get. The chances are people will be very, very angry. There's also maybe they could understand. Maybe they'll be happy you told the truth. The fact is we have kept something else from them. There's no getting around that. And we can try and be like, oh, well, but it's this and it's for that and for that. No, at the end of the day, that's what happened. The crux of this is that we kept something from our friends. And we have to realize that. But yeah, I think it's the right thing to do. They also talk about bringing Eito back. You know my feelings on that. I think, yes, it makes... the internet is really bad today. On the Switch. Okay, there it goes. It hurt me. It's not great. In fairness though, it is like if there is like rain and stuff, technically it does sometimes get bad, right? I guess. Like if there was like, you know, a bit of heavy rain. I'm all for bringing Eito on the team in this sense. I'm all for telling people about the Retslam stuff. I didn't want Darumi to ever get involved with the Retslam stuff because, as I said, I've said it a million times, I'm a broken record. I think we were on the right track without doing the resurrecting thing in terms of getting, but I think Takumi still feels guilty and also he wants to strengthen like the team. And now he probably feels too, let's be honest, now that Darumi has Retslam inside of her, he probably feels as well like, well, and Darumi probably feels it too. If we don't get this jewel, everything's for nothing. Because now we have to deal with the fact that she's going through pain to resurrect these characters. You know? At the end of the day, she's going through immense pain to bring these characters back. So we have to like understand that too, that she's making a massive sacrifice regardless. So like honestly, as I said, Darumi's a fantastic character. I hate to see her suffer. I hate to see her upset. I 100% believe in the idea of telling people about like what happened with Retslam, and I 100% agree with bringing Eito back. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'll let you know about the videos and let you know about what's happening in the future. It's just one of those things that like occasionally I got like there will be like personal stuff, but again like other channels take it, you know, it's not like it's a big deal. Like channels take a break. They just sometimes will take a break from some stuff if they need to, and it won't be that much of a break either. Thank you so much to Tyvar2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, and Usta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hikesperian, Jared Beanham at the highest tier of my YouTube, RollGamer7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.